Your current Klaviyo setup is probably costing you thousands of dollars every single month. So most brands are sending out some kind of emails, but they're not really earning enough from that. And that's quite frankly because they just don't have the right systems in place. So today I'm going to go over some things that most e-com brands are doing wrong when it comes to email marketing. And in the end, I'm also going to share with you a quick list of next steps you can take in order to start addressing this problem now. All right, so we're just going to jump right in. And before I even start, I just want to share some quick context with you. So I'm Leon, I'm the founder and CEO of Lithoris, and I help e-com brands increase their email attribute revenue by 15 to 20% by building and managing their entire email system. As you can see, these are just some recent wins right here. You can see we took one client's revenue from 10%, I think it was around 10% to 30% now within a few weeks. I believe it was about 1.5 months or so. And then right here, you can also see some recent engagement metrics we got for the campaigns. So over 50% open rates, good click rates, excellent placed order rates. I don't want to brag on right now, but just to share that with you. So what is actually the real problem here? Campaigns are being sent and flows are set up. This is probably you right now. But I assume that there is no real system behind it, which just leads to inconsistent revenue, low email contribution, and also missed repeat purchases. Basically, when you don't know what the hell you're actually doing, it's really hard to have a good base that you can rely on every single month. So to really make my point, I'm also going to show you what no system looks like. This is actually what I see in most accounts when I audit them. I see a lot of random campaigns, so they don't follow a clear strategy, and they're actually just being sent out for the sake of sending out campaigns. And I don't know why, but that's a really common thing in email accounts. And also I see a lot of basic flows. So they're either too short or way too long. And also they're not optimized in terms of time delays, content, send time, etc., etc. And one thing that really shocked me when I first started reviewing those accounts is that, for example, if we take the example, an abandoned checkout flow, of course, it is there in order to remind the customer or subscriber that they abandoned their checkout. And we really want to have the goal in mind that we want to get them over to the edge to buy. And in a lot of flows that are really important, that really should get the customer over the edge, I just didn't see that. So you really want to have the focus of converting the customer. And then you could also take that, you could also count that to campaigns. But a lot of times I just don't see any segmentation. So basically, one thing I never want to see is an e-com brand blasting out the emails to the entire list. This is like the short way to ruining your deliverability. So you don't need to be a segmentation expert here, but you want to have some general segments in place. If you want, I can of course do a video about that in the future. Just let me know down in the comments below. So next one, what a real email system looks like, or at least should look like. So when I audit high performing brands, they do some things differently. And I just want to share with you some patterns that they just completely do differently compared to brands that are not doing that well in terms of email. First of all, their flows are driving consistent revenue. So I don't care what happened. I don't care if you lost your email manager. If nobody's caring about your email right now, you should at least have some flows in place that are generating a good amount of revenue for you without you even having to look at them, So you really want to have a basis. You really want to have the backbone of your email marketing in place. And then you want to have the campaigns on top of that to support the system. So really about the campaigns, they should not be random. They should serve a clear purpose. And they should also be aligned with offers, timing, seasonality. So they're really a way to communicate with your customers. So you should definitely use that. So in terms of segmentation, as I said, you don't need to be an expert at this, but at least you should try to send different messages to different buyers. And if you're not able to do that, you should at least have some segments that limit the amount of people you're sending each campaign to, so you're not just blasting out to the entire list. So why does it even matter? Because like I could talk some stuff on here, but at the end of the day, why does it even matter? Long story short, email should be a core revenue channel. It should be intertwined with your other marketing channels, and it should essentially be the backbone of your entire marketing. You really want to have it nailed. You really want to have it in place, because if it's built out correctly, it drives repeat purchases, it increases customer lifetime value, and it stabilizes your revenue. You don't need to rely on things like Black Friday, Cyber Monday to boost your revenue, and then your revenue goes down slowly over the next few months, and you're waiting for a major event to happen again. You really want to have email as the backbone of your marketing to have a consistent revenue stream. That was it with my rant for now. So here's how to fix it. I don't tell you to rebuild everything right now, but I tell you to rebuild a few things, or at least check them. First of all, you should look at your flows, and you should take a look at each individual email. You can just pull out the statistics, the analytics for every single email, and then you can take a look at it. Is it even selling? Is it even performing? And for example, if you have a welcome flow that is 10 emails long, I can guarantee you that the last 4 to maybe even 5 emails are not generating any significant amount of revenue. You want to just delete the emails that are not generating any revenue. You want to maybe replace them with better emails. You want to take a look at emails that are performing really good, and you want to iterate on them. This is really important. And then you also want to check your campaigns, second of all. And this is really simple. You just need to take a look at the last campaigns you sent out, and take a look at each individual campaign, click on it, and take a look at the campaign. And then just ask yourself, what goal does that campaign serve? And if you don't have an answer to that, you shouldn't probably send out the campaign in the future. And you should probably focus on sending out campaigns that do have an answer to this question. They should always serve a goal, because if there's no goal behind a campaign, the subscriber also doesn't know what to do, because there's no intention. And then, third of all, you want to review your targeting. So again, you shouldn't be a segmentation expert in order to do that. At least you should set up some engaged segments, some really basic segments. They do help a lot. It's really easy to set up. If you want me to do a video about this, again, just comment down below. I'll note that down. And then you're really good to go. This is really the basics of email marketing. So as I wrote down here, you want to fix the structure first and then optimize everything. All right, so this was my little rant for today. If you like this video, just let me know by liking, subscribing, commenting, whatever, all this stuff down below. And just let me know if I should do videos like this in the future. For now, have a great day and see you.